Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. So after the ultimate fail that I had when I did that client's nails recently and basically missed out the most important steps of the nail art, I decided to do a video just dedicated to that style of nail art on my own nails. So I'm going to do two nails of it. I'm going to do one full nail of it, like that set was the same as that, and then I'm going to do like a partial nail of it as well, and then I'm just going to do two full nails of colour. So I'm just getting on my colours. So the first one I just put down up here is Tiffany, and then the next one down here is Aquarium, and then this one is Tropical Teal, and they are all from Gel Perfection. And then last but not least, for the outline, which is the same glitter as I used in the previous video, this is called Glitter Slippers. So I just decided to change up the colour scheme for this one, just because obviously I didn't want to do it the exact same as last time. So first things first, as always, I've already done my peel off base coat layers, so they're already on. And then I'm just going to get straight into it. So I'm going to be doing, I think, these two for a change of nail art, because I always do the two middle ones. So I'm going to mix it up and do two different ones this time. So I'm going to go straight in with my first colour. This is going to be my partial nail of the design. So I'm just popping a corner of this colour on. And then I'm going to flash cure that for 10 seconds just to keep it where it is, as always. And I can go straight in with my next colour without disturbing that one. I was really annoyed with myself and I managed to miss out this bit of that previous video because obviously the nail art part is what we're all there for. So yeah, I thought it'd be a good idea to just fix the problem by just doing a new video dedicated to that part that I missed out of that video. So I'm just bringing that one up to that one I've just applied. I've just wobbled a little bit by accident and got somewhere I didn't want it. Let's make sure I'm in focus. Almost, there we go. I'm just filling that shape in. I'm just sort of making it up as I go along. I'm not really putting too much thought into it. And then again, I'm going to pop that in for 10 seconds. The lines where the two colours meet and things don't need to be absolutely perfect, because that's where our glitter will come in, because we're going to be outlining every single line there is. So it's not a problem for them to not be absolutely perfect. I've just put my brush in the wrong colour because I want to use that colour. So now I'm going in with Aquarium now. I'm just going to apply that about here and then take that a little bit further down. And then I'm going to just, again, fill in the gap. Just trying to keep an eye on my phone screen to make sure I'm actually focused. Because it's only ever when I'm not paying attention that I'm not, which is really annoying. Every time I'm staring at my phone, making sure that I'm focused, never out of focus. The one time I look away will be the one time that I am. Okay, so I'm just creating a line and then again filling in the gap and just making sure that it goes up to that other colour. So that's that nail. Again, I'm just going to pop that in just for 10 seconds to make sure I don't smudge it or anything while I'm doing the other nail, because I am really good at being destructive and it really frustrates me. So I'm just making sure that that is stuck where I've put it. So I'm going to go in with the same colour just because it's already on my brush. I'm just going to apply some to this area here. Am I focused? No, obviously not. There we go. So it's all just a load of flash curing basically, because you could do like this one on like this area on this nail and then put it in the lamp and then do the same area on the other nail if you really wanted to keep up with what you're doing on both hands and stuff. But to be honest, I just don't have the patience for that. So I prefer to just do like all of it basically, and then I can do it again on the other hand. I suppose it would be easier to do one than the other, backwards and forwards, if you needed to make sure that the other hand was the exact same. Probably would be easier to do it that way, but obviously one, I'm only doing one hand, so it doesn't really matter, and two, my client that had it the other day, where you would have originally seen the design on that video, had both hands different, so it didn't really matter which order I did anything in. in the video I only got as far as literally showing you that first shape, which obviously is pretty pointless. It's nice to see a design come together and not just see it before and after it's already happened. So again, I'm just going to pop that into the lamp for 10 seconds. And then moving on to my third colour. I'm not thinking about this process too much. The only real thought I'm putting into it is to make sure that there's not going to be a point where I need to use the same colour next to itself, if that makes any sense. So obviously that would be pretty pointless. It would just create a whole new shape. You wouldn't, well, it wouldn't, because obviously I'd outline it with the glittery colour, but it would be very tricky. So that is all I'm really putting thought into, is making sure that the same colour is not next to itself. Don't know if you can see that, but I'm just fighting with a little hair. Just getting rid of that first. It would be really helpful if I could just like take this finger off and just work on this one. Be also really, really creepy if I just randomly did that on camera. I can't do that, by the way, obviously. Okay, so once I'm happy with that one, again, into the lamp for 10 seconds. The reason I didn't bother fully curing this nail while this one's being flash cured so many times is because by the time that I've flash cured this for 10 seconds at a time, like as many times as it takes me to fill in this nail will be fully cured anyway. So before I fully cure this one, I can go in with this one with my glitter slippers colour. So I'm killing two birds with one stone. So I'm just going in with my like mid-green colour now. You can obviously make the patches like as large or as small as you want. Obviously the smaller you do them, the more you're going to have to do, and the larger the fewer, which would make it a little bit quicker. But it obviously depends what look you want to get from it. And it depends how many colours you're using to do it as well, of course. Obviously I'm only using 3, whereas if you were using 10 different colours, you'd have to do them smaller to be able to get at least one section of every colour on them. I used 4 colours in the last time that I did this. Completely different colour scheme to today. Okay, so this time I'm going in with the lighter colour. And I'm going to put that straight across over both of those colours. I like to follow the outline of the previous colours that are already there first. And then once you've done that part and you're happy with the outline, it's super simple from there, because all you need to do is basically just fill in the gap. So I find that that's the easiest way to do it. Follow the lines of the ones that are there, create your shape, and then just fill it in. Like so. And then again, once I'm happy, I'm going to flash cure that for 10 seconds. I'm then going in with the darker colour over on the left hand side, and I'm going to bring that up from the corner to about there. It's a bit like a jigsaw puzzle. You're just sort of like figuring out where to put every piece. And then again, just filling in the gap. I definitely recommend doing a design like this with pigmented colours, because I think it'd drive me mental having to do all of this twice to get good coverage. So definitely choose your colours wisely. Again, 10 seconds. And then I'm going to fit 2 more pieces on here. So I'm going to put obviously this colour here, because we've got the other colour there. And then that little bit that I've left will be the lighter colour. Just filling it in. Also, just because I'm nosy, like nothing to do with the nail art or anything, let me know where you are from and what your weather is like at the moment, because it always intrigues me that everyone's weather, like across the world, can be so different. I love hearing about it. As at the moment, let me just see what day it is. It is Thursday, the 7th of July, and it's about 24 degrees Celsius. I don't know how Fahrenheit works, I'm not gonna lie. So I can't even tell you what the Fahrenheit of that would be, but yeah, it's about 24 degrees at the moment, I think, and it is due to get quite high next week. It's going to be around 30, I think. And it's really funny because a lot of you always comment, like when I mentioned that the weather's bad, a lot of you always comment like, oh, I'm so sorry to say it, like I don't want to wind you up, but the weather here is beautiful and things like that. And honestly, I promise you, you're not winding me up by telling me the weather is nice where you are, because I am one of the very miserable people who hates the hot weather. So you're not going to make me jealous by telling me about the heat, because I'm not cut out for heat. I'm a true Brit and it is just not for me. So I like it when I go on holiday where I can chill out and do as I please all day every day. But when it comes to like being at home and suffering in it, because obviously our homes don't have aircon. I've got a little unit for my nail room, but it's not brilliant, to be fair. Like it keeps the room cooler than it would have been without it, don't get me wrong, but it's not fantastic. So yeah, like this country is just not really cut out for the heat. Like, for example, I was reading the news earlier. I'm just outlining it now, by the way. I was reading the news earlier, and there's a worry at the moment that because we're expected really high temperatures, they're worrying that it's going to melt the roads. If that doesn't prove that we're not cut out for this weather, I really don't know what does, because it's ridiculous. Not even our roads can cope with the heat. It's insane. But then, to be fair, we don't have to cope with it that often because it's very rarely that hot anyway. So it's definitely not something that we really have things in place for to prepare for it, because obviously it's not something we ever really have to worry about that often, because it's very rare we get very hot weather in the UK. But yeah, let me know where you're from. Like, don't be specific as in like my house number is this on this road, obviously, but let me know where you're from, like a little bit more specific than just saying the UK or the USA, because obviously there's a lot of places within those places and it differs greatly. But I'm intrigued at what your weather is like at the moment. So that's those outlined. Very cute. So I'm just going to pop those into the lamp for a full cure now. I'm also going to paint these two off camera because they're literally just going to be, like I said, full colour. I'm just not sure which colours to paint them. I think I'm going to do the middle colour, like aquarium, on this one. And then I think I'm going to do Tiffany, which is the lighter colour of the three, on my pinky finger. Mainly just because I want this design to be like, this set to be nice and, like, not bright, but like just nice and light and yeah, a bit brighter. So I don't want to have a dark nail to make it a little bit darker and duller. So I'm going to stick with the two lighter ones of the three. So I'll do that off camera and then I will top coat as well and come back and show you how they look. Okay, so here we are. This is how they look when they're all like completely finished and top coated. I'm so happy with how they turned out, and I do generally think that this design is relatively easy, to be honest, especially because you're outlining with some glitter afterwards anyway, so your lines like of your actual colours don't really need to be that good anyway, because you're going to be outlining them, if that makes sense. I've got black glitter all over me because this morning's client had black glitter and now it is haunting me. I'm just trying to get it off. It's a little bit less annoying, but it's it really is haunting me, I'm not going to lie.